The scent of pressure. In Nigeria, there lived a successful and joyful woman named Ada in her late 30s. Ada was an amazing businesswoman who poured her soul into her career. She had built a life she was proud of, comfortable, independent, and filled with purpose. But every weekend, her phone would ring. Her mother, loving yet traditional, would ask the same question: Ada, when will you settle down? All your mates are married. The pressure was subtle at first, but with time it began to weigh heavily on her spirit. At weddings and gatherings, Ada's single status became the uninvited guest. She once overheard some group of women whispering, all that beauty and success, yet no husband. Something must be wrong. It stung, but Ada kept smiling, burying the pain. One afternoon, while parked by the roadside, deep in thought, a mysterious older woman approached her. She was selling traditional soaps and oil. Noticing Ada's aura of sadness, the old woman leaned closer and whispered, you carry light, but your heart is heavy. I can help you. She handed Ada a small traditional wrapped soap. This will draw good men to you, men of quality. But there are two rules. No one else must use it, and once you stop using it before marriage, the charm will fade, and so will the men. So you must keep using it until you get married. Then you can stop. Desperate to escape the judgment and loneliness, Ada agreed. A week later, things changed dramatically. Men, charming, wealthy, kind, began to enter her life. One brought flour every morning. Another offered to sponsor her business expansion. It felt magical. Eventually, she picked one, Tunde, a kind and well-spoken man who proposed just months after they met. Though her heart wasn't fully in it, Ada said yes. Open marriage would silence the voices around her, but fate had other plans. One weekend, her younger sister Choma came from the university. Unaware of the powers of the soap, she used it for her bath. Hours later, Choma fell ill violently. Her skin began to peel, her breathing labored. When Choma came home, she saw her sister lying on her bathroom floor, the scent of the soap still in the air. She screamed, oh my God, Choma, why didn't you tell me you were coming to my house? She rushed her to the hospital, but the doctors were baffled. Her condition worsened. Panicked, Ada confessed everything to her mother. Why would you use something so dangerous? Her mother said, crying. I only pushed you because I wanted you to be happy, not cursed. They both went to confront the soap seller. The woman was stern and serious. She looked at Ada and asked, did you marry him? Ada hesitated. Not yet. We are engaged. The woman shook her head. Then the charm is unstable. The power is fading. If the man sees the real you before the wedding, it will vanish. And if the soap is misused again, what will happen? Ada begged for a cure for her sister. The woman handed her a bitter, smelly herbal oil and said, if your heart is clean, this will help. But your time with this man is limited. Choose wisely. Ada gave her sister the oil, and after days of struggle, Choma began to recover. Meanwhile, cracks began to show in her relationship with Tunde. Without the soap's influence, he became distant, controlling, and even manipulative. Ada realized he wasn't the man she thought he was. She had fallen for an illusion. She broke off the engagement despite the shame and whispers it brought. She sat in her home one day thinking about all that had happened. She came to the conclusion that her happiness, rest of mind, was all that mattered to her. But something happened in that silence. At a local charity event she had helped sponsored months earlier, she ran into Efe, a childhood friend. He had returned to Nigeria after years abroad, soft-spoken but full of wisdom. They talked, laughed, and slowly reconnected, not through magic, but through truth. He saw Ada for who she really was, brilliant, kind, imperfect, and loved her deeply. A year later, they married in a simple, beautiful ceremony. There was no pressure, no soap, no secret, just love. At the reception, a mother pulled her aside and whispered through happy tears, "You found the one, not for us, but for you." Another smiled, free at last. Lessons from the story. True love can be forced, conjured, or manipulated. It comes when you choose yourself first. True love comes from within, not from meeting societal expectations. And that journey shows that real fulfillment isn't found in pleasing others or rushing into love out of pressure. It comes from staying true to yourself. Taking shortcuts or relying on unnatural solutions can have unintended consequences. The magical soap may have seemed like the answer, but it led to harm and deception, reminding us that meaningful relationship and success can't be forced or faked. Please subscribe, like, comment, share, and follow for more amazing stories.